Brothers and sisters, we are back. I got some work to do with the other little laptop. I just got the battery not too long ago. I gotta just flip some stuff around, let it charge, get it popping. I This is gonna be a straight classical one where we go back once again. Back before I used to bombard everybody with information and just try to give them a cerebral cortex overload. What I'm going to do is just talk about it, but at the same time, explain it from a point of view that most people get. So, in life, people go up against things. And I'm going to say, a very common thing, let's say, like traffic, right? A person gets in a vehicle and they're making their normal commute and they're going to work. And while they drive and they're going to work, they encounter what's called traffic. Now, the thing is you're never bigger than the traffic. You never will be able to. When they use the term beating traffic, that's talking about getting to specific junctions before they get totally out of hand. But you don't really beat the traffic so much so all the time. Now, sometimes you literally get lucky and the last little junction that you're on is like where you need to go and where you need to be at. And that's literally what it is. You're beating it. But we're going to use the traffic for right now. Unless you're in a flying car, right? You can't just skip where you're at. You have to stay in your spot, and you can try to maneuver and navigate between the crevices that are created from one vehicle to the other, the spaces that are created from one vehicle to the other, the gaps, whatever word you want to use as you try to expedite your travel, right? And your mission. The thing is that you don't get to choose if there's going to be traffic or not. You just get in the car and you drive. You feel what I'm saying? You don't get to dictate those terms. This is not a movie where the directors paid off the city and they paid off Department of Transportation, so they get a allotted piece of terrain to do whatever they need to do. This is totally different. In life, you don't get to choose those things. Everything is an open weight struggle, a absolute struggle. Everything. So when we deal with when they call competition, if there's weight classes for anything, if there's a separation for anything, it automatically takes away from the reality of life. You've already done a person a disservice, because in real life, you don't get to choose your opponents. You might get to choose the terrain if you get to choose where you live, but you don't get to choose opposition. So when you are in a situation, right? Because I've been in situations where I'm outnumbered, possibly outgunned, right? Outmanned and outgunned, right? And had the wherewithal to navigate to get myself out of those situations. Not that I don't think that I can defend myself, not that I don't think that I stood a chance. It's just that you pick and choose your battles. Now, I can't pick and choose if somebody wants a problem with me. I just have to go all at it and can't be afraid. But we don't get to choose as a people what struggles we encounter right off rip. If that's how life went, nobody would go through anything. I don't see anybody choosing to struggle if it's their choice. So when I say open weight struggle, and then the freaking parentheses, you know what I'm saying? Absolute. That's the definition. Real quick, 1 second. Let me just show the open weight. This is the Bing search, not Google, but it'll do for right now. 1 second. Okay. Oh, there we go. Share. Okay. So as I blow that up just a little, and just look, what does it say? Open weight, also known as absolute, is an unofficial weight class in combat sports and professional wrestling. It refers to bouts where there is no weight limit and fighters with a dramatic difference in size can compete against each other. It's different from catch weight, where competitors agree to weigh in at a specific weight, blah, blah, blah. Let me see if it's still. It's different from catch weight, where competitors agree to weigh in, and they should be sharing that one. Oh yeah, a certain amount without an official weight class. While weight classes are usually mandatory, now open weight competition was the norm for combat sports since antiquity. What? Since antiquity. And continues in the modern day. Now let's go ahead, just in case niggas think I'm tripping. Google. Antiquity. Oh, you want to act funny, huh? Right? Just in case niggas think I'm fucking tripping. The ancient past, especially in the period before the Middle Ages. Great age. And let's just ancient times, the ancient past, classical times, former times, age, oldness, elderliness, ancientness. Stop right there. Now, there's a word that goes with that word antiquity. That's a negative word. It means antiquate. Antiquate means to render obsolete. So you have to be careful how you use the word, or at least the context the word is used in. In this context, real life is an open weight struggle. You don't get to choose what weight class you're in. People forget the original Olympics, there was only two sections for the wrestlers. There were men and there were boys. That's it. There were no other. Look, when y'all try to tell a person like me that you get to choose your opponents or there's weight classes for a reason, I'm the first dude who wants to punch them. Like I just want to knock their whole head off. Like, let me just see if their chin lift weights. And I'm gonna just power. I'm a power drill your chin until you stop moving. Because apparently, right on, there's weight classes for a reason. I'm not gonna let no big dude hit me. I'm not stupid. If you weigh 250, 300, and here I weigh barely $170, why would I just let you hit me? That's stupid. But if you think you can take my best, I'm glad. Thank you, God, for a willful sacrifice. Thank you, God. That's all I can say. Because I'm going to try to break something now. I'm trying to break bones in your face, knock your teeth out, all kind of nasty shit. Because it's an open weight struggle in this motherfucker. I don't have to. Right. This is why when dudes pull guns, right? This is what for me makes doing whatever I feel is necessary totally fair. Because I don't know if you got a gun or not. So if I feel like jumping on your chest if you fall down and atomic stomping on your bitch ass, guess what? That's totally fair. I thought I saw you reaching. Oh, it was an inhaler he was trying to get. It's too damn bad. Nigga, you know you had asthma. You know you shouldn't have been out here fucking around. Do not fuck around with the fuck around. Because you will get fucked around. That is the rules. That is the rules. Open weight struggles out here. Niggas don't even realize, like, yeah, you can be big and tall and brolic and all that shit, and you don't got no job. You don't got no income. You don't got no money. Don't got a way even getting income, even getting the money. So when you got people who don't even understand the most basic values, the most basic way this shit goes, like, I already know that they're tripping because they're not being honest with themselves about how life works. You do not get to choose who you will toil with or what will toil with you. All you get to choose, basically, is where you're at. That's the one choice you really have. But if you get on the road again, like the original analogy was using traffic because nobody can really beat traffic. right on. If there's a vehicular collision anywhere in your vicinity, especially in front of you, right? Especially going the direction you're going, that could impede your travel. You don't have a choice but to go with whatever. Is this going to make you late for work? Are you going to miss an appointment? Right? Are you going to not be able to make this deal that you were supposed to make? Whatever the issue is, whatever was supposed to be the real, whatever was supposed to be the happening or the goal, right? Those things are all now at the mercy of the traffic. You don't get to be bigger than the traffic. You feel me? So, and people are like, how is that an open weight? Because that's the only thing that I can give people other than actual combat where they understand, like, oh, I get it. Right. And I can use that just by just walking somewhere. If there's a hurricane outside, you're not trying to go outside. There's a tornado outside, you're not trying to go outside. Right. But if there's something important that you need to do that if I don't do it, I'll fuck around and die, you're going to go do that. And once again, you didn't get to choose this thing being an issue. But traffic is an easy one because unless you're the cause of it, you didn't get to choose that. You just have to deal with it. And that is what open weight is. And the best way I can explain it. So you go to a bar with your homies. You don't even drink. I'm gonna give people who don't even drink their flowers real quick, right? You don't even drink for real. You might have a glass of wine or a beer like once every 3 or 4 years. You just don't really drink like that. Okay, check this out. You're in the bar. You're the designated driver. One of your friends is playing pool. Somebody else wants to play on the pool table, but your boy's like, shit, I done bought this shit up for umpteen games. I'm playing till my money's out. I'm playing till I'm done. Okay, check it out, though. Somebody wants to have a problem. And it might be 8, 9, 10 of them, and there's only 3 of y'all. And you could do your best to de-escalate this and be like, hey, bro, just let them have the table. And and the homie, now that he's realizing y'all outnumbered and shit like that, now he might want to capitulate, but he might just double down on the bullshit. And let's just say that this group of individuals, because they're rolling so heavy, so deep, they already want a problem. So now that there's a problem, you can't get out of it. Okay, check this out. Whatever happens at that point, whether the dude who don't drink starts busting niggas upside the head with pool sticks or ups the yammy and whoo, okay, and does something evil to him, that's all to be determined. But that's an open weight struggle. Y'all, listen, y'all came over here, right? Because you're not going to always win when you're outnumbered, outgunned, outmanned. You're just not. There's going to be situations where these people are just as trained as you, just as dangerous as you, just as willing as you are to be lethal. And your best bet is to just stand aside or to get out the way while you can, so that way you can regroup. And if there is a need or a desire, right, to retaliate and to strike back, you can do so from a position of neutrality, if not outright power, as opposed to being compromised. Because most people go into situations where they want to be in charge or ahead of something. They'll go into something knowing that they're half cocked. You got to have a fully cocked plan, right on? When you squeeze that trigger, it's most definitely, it has to fire. I can't afford a misfire. I can't afford no duds at this point. No wet gunpowder at this point. I don't know. Because we're already there. So when people don't realize that the open weight struggle is what it is, it's exactly what I'm saying it is. But it's also known as something else, the absolute weight class, right? So when you hear the word absolute in your own mind, you don't have to give me the Webster, the Merriam, right on. You don't have to give me the thesaurus. You don't have to give me the Britannica, the Wikipedia. You don't have to give me none of that. What does the word absolute mean to you? Because that's exactly what the struggle is. It's an absolute struggle. There will be no point at while you yet live, there will be no points where there is no absolute struggle. Even if the toil is minimal, seems as if it's absent and does not exist. The toil exists for someone. And because someone else exists other than you, there was a chance, there was a possibility that there could be a controversy between you and another said individual, merely because you both exist, not because you don't like each other. It has nothing to do with that. If my son breaks your window and you're my neighbor, yeah, we're neighbors, we're good and everything, but my son still broke your window, I have to amend that. I have to make that right. You see what I'm saying? I can't just let that be. And if I let that be, then whatever happens behind that, I have to be willing to accept, no matter if I feel that whatever they've done or what they're going to do or what they will do, what they have in their mind to do, plan to do, is totally out of range. It would be the equivalent of what happened to the Gaza Strip after thousands of cowards went into Israel, right on? And as opposed to how they planned, this is not me telling you my opinion. This is what you can go look up. The plan was that most of those dudes who went and went into Israel were supposed to die. Right. They had already planned for like 85, 95% casualties. Dead. They had planned for that. So when they went and did what was the unthinkable to me in my mind, which is to go into Israel, to not go as far into Israel as you can get, they weren't even repelled. You understand? The dudes who stayed and fought and got killed there were the only ones that I can say were actually truly brave, because they took on certain death. Right on. But had those other 9,000, almost 10,000 dudes stayed and fought like a real fucking army, the whole narrative would be different. And I don't see them bombing the Gaza Strip to nothing. I just don't see it happening. I personally don't see it happening. And the plight of the Palestinians would have been, further understood if these guys got to Tel Aviv, pushed all the way to the capital. Yeah. Had they really did it the right way and been like, you guys are going to change your policy right here, right now. Right. While my people are duking it out, fighting, we would have been in their parliament and they would have been changing their policy for Palestine, for the Gaza Strip. And we would have made a two-state solution right then and right there. Forced it. Wouldn't have to wait for the international community to do nothing. Right. However, though, because this is a true real-life open-weight struggle, absolute struggle, you have turncoat bastards like Yahya Sinwar, I'm saying, who literally had to have been a double, triple agent working for Mossad because he has done nothing for his people but bring them death and destruction. And since they're all martyrs, there are no victims. But like I was saying, though, my son breaks the neighbor's window, and my neighbor, if I choose not to rectify that, responds in a disproportionate manner, tries to burn my house down, shoot my house up, some evil shit, right? God forbid, get my son and the wife and the dog, right? Seems disproportionate for breaking the window. You see what I'm saying? However, this is an open way struggle. You don't get to choose how your opponents respond to you. You don't. And you don't have to wait for somebody's response. You don't. Look, I've been telling these dudes right now for like almost 2 years that we need to be talking about denuclearization. Right? Who here can fight a nuke? Who? Who can go toe-to-toe with nuclear energy, nuclear fusion, let alone fission, the uncontrollable part of the nuclear energy, right? Who can go toe-to-toe with that? Thank you. That's my point. So unless you're talking about celestials who clearly have the power to do things that we just could never understand, at least not in this mortal form, in this atavistic primordial form, or the offshoot of the atavistic primordial form. So there's things that we'll never understand. But however, that being said, no one can stand up to a nuke. And yet they throw it around as if, right? As if that, see, but that's the open weight struggle that we're in. We're in a time where we've never ever had to ever have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Never. This is an open weight struggle, y'all. They talk about, oh, back in the 50s and the 60s, they were afraid. They had bomb shelters for damn near nothing. Because a lot of that shit was just posturing. Now they said that they was this close to doing it. Let me tell you something. The fact that America didn't nuke all the places that they're talking about that they might have nuclear wars with right now tells you everything you need to understand. Why didn't they just nuke the Russians and the Chinese back then? Hit them with 5 nukes apiece. Why didn't they do that? Right. Why would you wait for them to get nuclear armaments and then let it be an issue? See, that's my point. Is in the open weight struggle, you don't get to choose things. Right. I would never, if it's up to me, we don't ever use nukes on anybody. Period. There's a nuclear powered state or miniature nation before we nuke somebody, but that's neither here nor there. Because nukes should have more than one application other than being a fucking weapon. But because they have no other application, I have to use my imagination to tell people these things. That being said, did they nuke these dudes up back then? No. And now the whole earth is on notice, so to speak. Because none of these nations have the gumption to try to just overthrow. None of them have the nuts to just try to overthrow America all the way. Because I understand the only way we can talk about denuclearization is if America doesn't have nukes. Because it's the only nation on the earth that's ever nuked somebody. I need y'all to think about this for a moment. Of all the power ever practiced by what people know as either the largest or the greatest or the most robust empires on the earth, none of them ever had to do that to have power. So what would be the reasoning? What would be the reasoning for somebody nuking somebody, y'all? Make it make sense. Man rapes your daughter, right? And then you go and kill. Listen. No, you don't go kill none of his close kin, nobody related to him. You go and kill a complete, utter stranger who crashed into your car. And then not only do you kill them, but you try to go kill their whole family. I'm talking about second and third cousins. You try to wipe out the whole clan. Let that sink in, my people. Because that's essentially what happened. Right. See, Pearl Harbor is why they got nuked. Now, let me reiterate myself. Because I said this a while back. I didn't get this from nobody but my own mind because I've been saying these kind of things for years. There's other people who obviously think the same way, understand the same way. All I'm saying is that because the Germans made no overt moves on them, the Americans didn't take out their angst on the Germans, which they should have. Most people cannot tell me, right on, the rulers of other lands during that time. But they know who Adolf Hitler is. Come on. They know who Adolf is, though. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's funny. Listen. Niggas blame Hirohito. Little itty bitty motherfucker. All right, they blame him for Japan getting nuked up because they say this nigga didn't want to surrender. I think that's funny. I think that's cowardly, but I also think that's funny too. Because imagine people telling you that you're the reason why a foreign actor came and dropped a bomb of mass destruction on your infrastructure. Now, when I was a youngster, it was hundreds of thousands were killed per bomb. They didn't revise this shit and change this shit. 25,000 got killed as opposed to 250,000. Because that was the real number when I was little. It wasn't no 25,000. It was 250,000 people got slapped in Hiroshima and almost 500,000 in Nagasaki. They literally lost almost it was like 1 million people per 900,000 or some shit like that for Nagasaki, and 250,000 or better for Hiroshima. Might have been close to 1 million. I might be mistaken on that number too. But when I was a youngster though, it was like 1 million people got wiped out between these two strikes. Talking about dead right then and there. Might even been 2 million. Right. Dead right then and there. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. The open weight struggle, the absolute struggle, you do not get to choose the response of your adversaries. Be careful who you deal with. You don't get to choose if somebody's going to just, walk away and let bygones be bygones. You don't get to choose that. You don't get to choose if somebody's going to operate in cognitive dissonance. You don't get to choose any of that. All you get to choose is where you're at and your actual response to certain things. But that's it. You don't have another choice. If you had one, I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is. What's your other option? Because in the open weight struggle, you will never get a chance to say, you know what? I'm going to only fight the people who are my size. That's just not how it works. It's just not. If that was how it worked, listen, there are children, little boys, and sometimes little girls, but mostly little boys, whose nuts barely just dropped, want to murder people and think that they can get out here and just do it. And then when people come back and apply that same pressure on them, they get scared. It's real. See, because we're living in a time now where somebody will ask their little 12-year-old nephew to step. There's always been people who are dirty enough, shady enough to do shit like that. Because they talk about, oh man, we got a family of killers over here. And they might not be lying. But the thing is, though, is they kill under specific circumstance, because these are not open weight niggas. Right on? They're looking to shoot somebody in the back of the head or looking to catch a nigga all by themselves. So that way all 7 of us with guns can just fire at you. Word? You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. They don't really want no open weight smoke. Because when the cops come for these niggas, these be the same niggas whose whole clans be behind bars. But you didn't fight back versus them. But once again, though, you don't get to choose how your adversaries will respond. So you need to always go extra fervently stupid in the paint. You just need to be belligerent in the paint. Let them call you for a tag. Fuck it. Can you hear me? Word? Yeah. You're going to have to call this foul, homie. Because I'm going for it. And since you want to be in the fucking way, I got you. But people don't understand that level of thinking. Look, I'm about to go and get all my firearms and everything given back to me, right? Because the state made a mistake. Some crazy ass nigga. And when I say crazy, I do mean crazy. Some crazy ass nigga got off on a crime, murdered this sister. Murdered her. Stabbed her, beat her down, all kind of shit. And they let this nigga go saying that he was incompetent to stand trial, so they dismissed the case. Problem is, it didn't take them 6 years to adjudicate. It took them 6 years to adjudicate my case. I didn't kill nobody. There was no nut. See what I'm saying? Like, if it's not discrimination, but I know it's an open weight struggle, so I know that I'm already up against it. I'm fighting against what I already know to be something that's against me. I'm not fighting against a system that's for me. You see what I'm saying? I know they want me to lose. I know they want me to lose. I'm not stupid. So when I'm not worried about what other people are trying to do. I can only do what I'm doing, right? Ever. But at the same breath, I can only also, this is their system. So I can't force them to be fair to me. I can't force them to do the right thing. All I can do is work with what I have. And my response, as long as it's proportionate to their system, it can be as fervent as I like it to be. Right. Essentially, they took away my rights to bear. I need y'all to listen to this. No crimes committed. That's the kind of open weight struggle you're in out here. No crimes committed. Veteran. Essentially took away all my rights. But they would be mad, and this is why they had to drop my case. See what I'm saying? That's another thing is they had to drop my cases because, a couple years ago almost, when I knocked that dude's teeth out, that's another reason why they had to let that case go, is because they're looking at the fucking shit. They're like, well, look, bro, he's not supposed to have no guns. He's saying he didn't have no guns. He punched this dude's teeth out. He didn't shoot his face off. He knocked his fucking teeth out. What do y'all want from him? For real, for real. What the fuck do you want from him? You're saying he can't have a gun. So now I can't punch nobody in the face and beat their motherfucking ass if they get out of line? The fuck out of here. Nigga, if somebody do something to me that I do not like, that I take as a slight against my honor, they don't have to, there are no warnings. You don't get, I don't fire warning shots. You're talking to a straight up real one right here who will get your ass the fuck up out of here. I do not fire no warning shots, nigga. It will be over. And you don't get no warning. The warning is treat others how you would like to be treated. That's the only fucking warning you get. And I'm not going to tell you that. Your mama and your daddy better have told you that shit. Because when you step out in this bitch, it's an open weight, absolute struggle. You don't get to choose how I respond to your fuck shit. I'm looking for work right now, right? I had to get about the last spot. Motherfucker gonna say I call him a bundle of sticks, but I really didn't though. I said bundle of sticks, but I wasn't speaking to him when I said it. And the dude know I wasn't speaking to him. He already know it wasn't even about him. I'm speaking on some stuff I had seen on TV or whatever, right? And I was like, yeah, this dude, big old fat bundle of sticks. Now, I could have just called him a big old fat faggot because that's what the dude was. It's one thing for this dude to be gay, just, homosexual. That's already bad enough. But, bro, you got to be extra with it. And they had this fat faggot motherfucker on the screen. And I'm telling this dude who's gay, I don't care. He identifies as being gay, but he says that he's, I get with women too. Right, nigga, if you's a everybody whatever, if you don't have no boundaries, right? Why the fuck do you even care that I use the word faggot? But I didn't use the word faggot, though. I used the definition to the word faggot. And the word faggot, by definition, is a bundle of sticks. I always laugh. Niggas want to get mad. Get mad at me. Because there's something. If somebody comes up and says, oh, y'all niggers, and they're a black person, I don't think I don't think I really care. Now, if you're a white boy calling me a nigger, or Anybody else calling me a nigga, I'm probably gonna try to punch all your teeth out. Now, if you's a black person calling me a nigger and I hear that hate on it, like you really don't like black people, you really actually hate black people, we got you, bro. We got you. Or sis, don't worry. Because once again, it's an open way struggle. You don't get to choose how the fuck I respond. So if I smack the taste out your mouth for being a dirt mouth ass bitch, old mealy mouth bitch, don't get mad. That's what some of these females be needing these days, because they get out here and try to get active like they're dudes. She needs to get, like I'll tell any female, where's your husband at? That's when they know the problem. Where's your brother at? Where's your dad? Somebody. I'm punching out some nigga. Somebody gonna get these hands put on them. I'm gonna eviscerate the ass with these words and then knock the ass move the fuck out or just put the hands on them. I don't give a fuck. Because, nigga, I'll be damned if some dirt mouth bitch talk to me any old kind of way. I will be fucking damned. You can't whoop my ass while you talking to me any kind of way. But because we live in an earth where, once again, everybody's supposed to be equal. In America, it's supposed to be equal. It's supposed to be... Nowhere else in the East do you have that issue. Where they consider themselves Eastern, you don't have females getting out of pocket issues like that. Because they understand you're not a fucking dude. Bitch, you will get your ass beat out here by the weakest nigga. I'll go get the weakest dude who's just scrappy and ready to go. Go get the most brolic bitch you can find. She's in for the fight of her life. Because when I say to the death, it's to the death, bro. She's going to get all of his grown man powered in. He's not going to hold back on her. Right. These dudes be holding back on chicks. I'm not going to hold back on her. Right. Nobody. I be laughing when dudes be like, oh, I know females that are crushing dudes. Send them my way. I'll knock that bitch's whole head off and straighten her out. I got you. Oh, you got some big bully homies? Send those niggas my way. Because I know chins don't lift weights, nigga. I know they don't. I know they don't. I know your homie's chin don't lift weights. Trust me. Niggas who like to talk about guns, it's like, bro, don't talk about guns. Not to me. Talk about guns to niggas who ain't trained to, nigga, I will burn the house down and kill everything that comes out. That's not a threat. That's not a threat. That's a for sure, surefire thing. I will burn the house down. And I'll make it to where you have to come out one way. I'll barricade one of your ways out. Fuck you mean? It ain't nothing to get a 2x4 and just drill that bitch with a couple of motherfucking goddamn screws and block off a whole doorway. It's not that hard, really, really. It's really super easy. It's hella fucking easy. Especially if it's a door that has to be pushed out. I love it. Not doors that open backwards, because, you know, those doors are harder to do that kind of shit too. You have to bolt them down and in. Right. People have no idea, like, nigga, you will be dead out here fucking around with somebody like me. That's why I don't go hard on nobody, because I already know that the way I'm going to respond, the way that they might come with the violence, go ahead and drop 100 rounds, nigga. Drop another 100 rounds. Go ahead and drop 1,000 rounds and do your best to get me out of there. And pray to God that you get me type of shit. Because my response is going to be disproportionate. Hella disproportionate. It's an open way struggle. I don't have to. If I feel like hitting somebody with a mug like this across their whole cranium, I can. You can tell me, please don't do that. If you tell me, you better not do that, I fuck around and crack you in the head with it. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to tell nobody what to do in the heat of the moment. They're already where they're at in their mind. Their conviction is already there. Unless you can match their conviction, aka matching energy. Unless you can match that conviction in that very moment, for as long as it needs to be matched, don't get involved. Get the fuck out the way. Right. All these road rage incidents. Let's get back to the traffic analogy, right? People traveling on the road, they cut one guy off, cut another guy off. One dude is going somewhere he thinks is just as important. When you cut him off, he takes that extremely personal. Now he got the blicky out. He by himself. He's cutting lanes with you. And he's like, as soon as I get clear fire on this nigga, I'm going to fire on his ass. Since you think you special, nigga. They might have been waiting for somebody to get out of pocket. They're like, the first nigga that cuts me off in traffic today, I'm going to fire on him. You don't know what the fuck people are thinking. Or nigga cut him off and almost made this nigga crash. Oh, that's my favorite one. Those are my favorite road rages because I can't blame the person for shooting at you. You almost made me crash. You could have killed me. I'm supposed to just be like, oh, I didn't die, so I got to let that shit go. No, fuck that. Let's put some of these hot ones on your ass and let's see how you feel. See? But people don't understand. You in an open weight fucking struggle, nigga, an absolute struggle. You don't get to choose my response, my reaction, or actions. You don't get to choose any of those. All you get to choose is for you and where you're at. That's it. When people begin to understand this, what I'm talking about right now. See, this is bigger than the bullshit that they're involved in right now. Because the same fuck niggas talking about putting niggas in boxes. The same fuck niggas talking about we'll show, drop the addy, we'll show. These are the same niggas that when the cops come to their asses, oh, hi officer, how you doing today, officer? Niggas straighten up and shit. Niggas start using all of his motherfucking nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adverbs, and all that shit. All of a sudden, this nigga's talking with commas and shit, right? These niggas are pussy. They're bitches, they're hoes, and they're faggots in that order. Walk those fuck niggas down and watch them shit and piss themselves before I leave, so I know the job is done. We ain't running nowhere, nigga. We gonna make sure your ass is up out of here. And stop it. Once again, y'all talking to a nigga who will really do something to somebody. Not a problem. Not a problem. Aiming for their head is the first thing. But if that's not where I can get you, I'm going to take whatever you give me. If all I can do is create shock value so I can create a death trap, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. See, dudes be afraid because they be up against, whatever kind of odds. I got something loose up there, so I don't give a fuck. You come over here fucking around, I'm going to do something bad to you. And I don't have to shoot you. I can hit you with a sword. I can hit you with a hammer. I could shoot you with a bow and arrow. Right on? I could just, nigga, put a rock in a sock and beat your ass to nothing with it. There are so many ways to do it. Come on. Get the caulking gun, beat a nigga senseless and half to death and put my caulking gun up their nose and just let that shit just run through, nigga. Hoping it touches their brain. Get them up out of here. I'm a vicious person. A vicious person. Don't fucking play with me. I won't fucking play with you. Don't fucking try me. I won't fucking try you. That's it. That's all. You were in an open weight struggle, my people. You had better appreciate that. You had better appreciate that. You were not in a, listen, you will not have 12 weeks to get in shape. There will be no fucking referees. There will be none of that bullshit. Talking to my cousin was talking about people, we need to be cussing less. So I was like, I hear you, my nigga, but fuck all that. I'm in the land of unclean lips. So therefore, my lips are unclean. I'm going to speak in a way where people totally understand. I don't want nobody to be pontificating nothing that I say. I don't want you to think too hard on it. See, because I can't talk the normal way I would speak in most instances. In some instances where I really want to articulate myself, I'll just speak like that. But at this point right here, this is a whole nother issue. You were in an open weight struggle, niggas. You do not command no nuclear codes. You don't have power over nothing. Black empowerment is an illusion as long as niggas won't have nukes. I already said it. If we get reparations, we would have to be made a de facto nuclear powered nation to deter anybody from ever trying to take anything from us. If they got what they called you, what they told you was reparations, you'd still need protection. Even if it wasn't the trillion that you actually do rate and deserve. The earth should be bankrupted multiple times over. All 43 million are not the children of, and are not the seed of Abraham. Sorry to tell people that. I know some of them already get that. I know some of them already understand that. But just in case they were like confused, some of these people here are not, some of that 43 million, 40, whatever the fuck they say. Yeah, a bunch of them, probably like 90% of them are not the seed of Abraham, if not more. Right. This is just a fact. So when I say a trillion, it's not like, oh, all 40 million of these niggas get a trillion. No, because there's a bunch of black people in other diasporas who are the brothers and the sisters of the children. That's right. So yeah, we do have brothers and sisters on the islands. We do have brothers and sisters in Africa. We do have brothers and sisters who have been taken other places on the earth that are more obscure, less talked about. Clearly, some of those black people who live in Yemen who look just like us are our people. It's not a question. But them Turkish hook nose, banana nose, bird nose motherfuckers, we know that's not us. We already know that's not us. I don't need to express that to nobody. But that's not the point that I'm making here. The point that I'm making is that you have to know that the only thing you can do is choose where you want to be. That's all you can do. You're going to choose where you want to be. You don't get to choose who or what you go up against. If you believe that you get to choose your opponents, then you, my friend, there's no such thing. Once again, you can't say that there's racism. It's impossible. Because for racism to exist, that means that it's an opponent that's ever present. Right. But if you're telling me that you get to choose, oh, I pick and choose my battle. So you pick and choose who's racist towards you. You get to you pick and choose who, when they see you, if they hate you or not, just because based on how you look. No, you don't. Those are battles, friend. Right. Those are skirmishes. You don't even realize to come into contact with something different is it's already a confrontation. Will it become a struggle and a toil of life and death is a whole other thing. Everyone that crosses the tiger path is not eaten. Trust and believe that. Everyone that crosses the tiger's path is not eaten. Trust and believe that. That doesn't mean that tiger was any less adversarial than it would normally be. It just didn't eat you. Maybe it was full. Maybe it smells disease on you. Maybe it's just like, nah, I'm good. Maybe it felt some sincerity towards your person in a positive manner, not in the negative, sincere way. So when you look at how it is versus what you believe in your mind, you will realize that most people have lied to themselves because they believe that they can control the circumstance in which they will do battle. This is an open weight struggle, my friends. You will never get to choose your opponents, ever. You will never get to choose your opponents, ever. Let me repeat myself. You will never get to choose your opponents, ever. This isn't a video game. This is not a video game. This is the real thing. If somebody punches you in the face, they could break bones in your face. They could knock your teeth out. They could do serious permanent damage to you. Break your jaw. Yeah. But they don't know no better, though. They don't know no better. They think they do. They've never been in those kind of struggles. Again, you think I feel bad for somebody if they get their whole head knocked off? For the most part, no. I think that you didn't deserve it, I might feel some type of way. But for the most part, no. Nope. When I see criminals get extinguished by the police, I don't be like, oh, they only did that because he's black. Sometimes I feel like that. But a lot of times I'm like, that nigga was doing too much. Right. You walking around here with a gun. I felt some type of way. I watched a video the other day. Young brother in Florida was on a bike, and the chick walks up to him, female police officer, walks up to him and just asks him for it. Now, it doesn't preface if there was a call on this man or whatever, but bro looked like he was minding his own business. The bitches try to place him under arrest, so a struggle ensues, and bro ends up firing on them, and they end up firing back. Now, I don't know if this brother got killed or what, or if they even caught him, but I'm going to say this much. The way that they went about that, they deserved everything they got. This is an open weight struggle. Again, that's a prime example of open weight struggle. Why was she fucking with this dude? Why she go over there fucking with that dude? I have no idea, but it's probably because he's black. More than likely. Do I agree with that? Fuck no. Is that probably what it is? For sure. That being said, though, she took it upon herself to do that. Bro didn't go out of his way to be some sort of rambunctious individual, belligerent individual whose presence called for the attention of the police. Nah, this is a dude who was literally looked like he was minding his own business, sitting on his bike, just kind of enjoying the good weather, and this chick just walks up to him. Let me tell y'all something, man. That police officer lady is lucky that dude was not like really trying to hurt them. You feel what I'm saying? Like because he could have made it to where they both was in a real life or death struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he's strong enough to do that kind of stuff, but like if depending on your power level, right? And I don't care if you're a big, strong man. If I get the right leverage on you, just for even a quarter second, I'm grabbing and I'm gonna slam the fuck out you. I know how strong I am. I know if you don't weigh over like 350, you're probably really in some serious trouble. Because I can grab anybody that weighs 300. Anybody. As long as you're not like, 5'2", 300 pounds, that might be a little bit of a struggle there because they got that center of gravity. But if you a big, tall dude, you weighing 300 pounds ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nothing. It'll do nothing for you. All it'll do is maybe cushion the fall. Right on? Because I'm going to try to get you out of there. I'm trying to slam you in your head or something. I'm literally like that. I know most niggas be talking like that. I'll really hurt you. I'll really beat the fuck out you. I will really step on your ass. And I'm not a big person, so people be thinking that I just can't do it to them. But the dude who got his shit rung loose, this nigga was hella skinny afterwards. Dude weighed almost what I weighed when we fought. A month later, he was looking skinny. 2 months later, he was looking. 3 months later, he was looking all the way skinny. Like, damn. Nigga ain't been eating. It's too the fuck bad. That's too bad. Yeah. Lucky his jaw wasn't buttoned up, though. Only knocked those teeth out. Only. Right. I did my best not to hit him on his jawbone. I hit him literally all in his cheek, all in his face. Just busted all this shit up. Just busted this shit up nice and good. Right on. Nice and good. In his own words, I fucked this shit up. That's what he deserved, though. That's what he deserved. And it's not like people be like, oh, you can't do that to everybody. I can do that to a lot of people. White, black, whatever. Indifferent. It don't matter. And they can, and the bigger they are, the harder I'm gonna hit them. I wasn't hitting this dude my hardest. I was just hitting him hard so that way I could teach him a lesson. But if you're over 6 foot, just know I'm taking no power off these punches. Zero. You get nothing taken off. Right on? I mean, I'm not gonna take no powerful punches even if you only 5'1". But I'm just letting you know, if you's a big, tall motherfucker, better guard your grill, guard your chin. Don't do your best not to get slammed up, because most niggas have never fought somebody who can really get down. Most of these niggas fight niggas in the hood who squabbling, putting their head down and windmilling and shit. Niggas can't fight. Right on? Niggas can't fight. You niggas only go from the shoulders up. I'll kick you in your head. That's not, once again, this is an open weight battle, an open weight absolute struggle. You don't get to choose what your opponent does. If you pull out a knife on me and I was talking shit, guess what, nigga? I gotta fucking fight you and you got a knife. There is no in-betweens. If you pull out a gun, it's obviously a knife, gun, whatever. It's a life or death struggle once they get a weapon out. It's a life or death struggle, period, when it's hand to hand. But if they get the weapon out, it's a life or death struggle. I don't get to choose what you have. You don't get to choose what I do. It's just bottom fucking line. About 2 weeks ago, I'm walking, and the homeless dudes is outside chilling. And the one homeless dude was being like, you know, hella cordial or whatever. The other homeless dude was being kind of rambunctious, right? And I'm just walking. I'm seeing what's going on. I'm scoping out the scene. And I go in the store, I'm coming out. And I typically would try to take care of people if I can and do a little something for them. And the dude who's all with all the energy, he doing the most. Hey, man, you got, you know, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey. And I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, hey, man, you think you could spare us a couple bucks? And before I could even think about it, I was like, nah, bro, I don't got nothing, right? For whatever reason, I went home, and hours later, I come back to the same store again to go get something else. And the other dude who's less loud out there, who wasn't doing nothing, he's out there. As I walk out, I blesses him. Right on? I drop something on him. It's not because I like this dude. It's because his approach is different. Right. The way that he approaches the open weight struggle is different. The way that he approaches the absolute struggle is different. Because he understands and realizes and knows people are going to give you whatever they want to give you anyway. They say closed mouth doesn't get fed, but that only really applies to eating in the literal sense. You cannot eat with the closed mouth. They can give you intravenous whatever, but you cannot physically chew and eat with the closed mouth. You can close your mouth after you put food in it, but you cannot eat with the closed mouth. It doesn't work like that. The open weight struggle, my friends, is going to be exactly what it is for your whole life. You don't get to get out of this. You don't get to pick and choose who your enemies are. I like to tell myself I don't have any enemies. And then when adversaries, make themselves known, I do my best to just snuff them out. We will kill them with kindness first. Right on? Before we kill them out of just being malice. Out of malice and being malicious, excuse me. But we'll kill them with kindness first, nonetheless. Because guess what? It's better that way. It's better that people know that there's kindness to kill people with than getting all the way outside of yourself. Once again, in the absolute struggle, I don't have to respond to everything with violence, but I'm going to come at violence with obtuse violence. It's going to be lopsided and dilapidated like a bitch. That's the only way I know how to do that. That's the only way I know how to deal in violence these days. After watching what happened to Gaza, like, in all my years of living, I ain't never seen something so atrocious where, like, I don't even give a fuck that they're bombing Gaza. I really don't. But how they're doing it, how the way that the whole shit played out was so fucking Buster-like. I'm like, man, I can't get with that. I can't co-sign people getting murdered and people getting killed because one dude fucked up and had the whole clique go make a stupid-ass decision. And if you really the most technologically advanced and the most moral military on the earth, millions of leaflets should have been dropped several times to tell people exactly where they needed to go. They should have blocked out the area. And then don't try to pull, and then there would have been the understanding of you're going back to Gaza when this is done. Right. So you can bury the dead. We're leaving dead bodies right there, right on the streets. Yeah. Yeah. We ain't burying the dead of our enemies. We're leaving their bodies right there in the streets. Mm-hmm. That's how we would have done it. Yeah, if they get killed in an apartment, they get left in that apartment. We ain't going into the tunnels. We're not fucking with it. All the adult age men, yeah, all y'all dudes is gonna get thoroughly vetted. Only 10,000 did it. Okay, when we get either 10,000 of y'all volunteer and give up your lives, or we take all these men and we interrogate them to our satisfaction. They ain't do none of that. They're pathetic and weak. And they carpet bombed with carte blanche the entire Gaza Strip. Very few areas were not touched. Very few. Those are the areas that I believe that they use the most smart bombs around. Because everywhere else where it's just carpet bombing, you can tell that was just a bunch of dummy bombs. You can tell. But the areas where they did not touch, you know for a fact that was laser guided munition. This is a fact. This is just me giving people some game real quick. But anyway, in the open weight struggle, my response will be disproportionate. Every time. They gave my tax dollars to Israel to murder everybody. You're telling me with my own two hands I can't just beat somebody senseless? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, nigga, that's crazy, bro. Y'all got life fucked up. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, and I don't submit to that. In the open weight struggle, I'm gonna do what's best for me. You better do what's best for you. Don't go biting off more than you can chew. That's number one. And don't go putting yourself in situations you ought not be in. I'm not one of these niggas on the internet who, I don't live off the people. You feel me? The money I have is money that I get. So I don't, like, everything I'm saying is because I have to go out and contend for mine. I'm not dependent on thousands of dollars of donations every month to get by. So I can say these things with clarity because people who don't have to leave their homes, people who willfully don't leave their homes for long periods of time, they can't relate because they don't have to. They're not in the open weight struggle enough. And they do their best to set the parameters for the struggle. So therefore, it's no longer open weight. See what I'm saying? I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not. Why would I be? I'm just telling the people, you have to be smarter than that. Because right now we're at a position, we're at a junction, critical junction. Let me get another beer real quick. But another critical junction where people's responses and their actions outright will determine everything that we're going to have or not going to have. I always think it's weird that folks want to tell me or tell any other black man how we should conduct ourselves when they ain't doing shit for us. And every dollar they get is from somebody that has to work for it. They take drug money too. They take prostitute money. They take blood money. Right. Because while the killers are still alive, they got their favorite YouTubers. While the whores are still around, they got their favorite YouTubers. While the drug dealers are still around, they got their favorite YouTubers. Yeah, that they like to donate to. Some of that dirty money. They think it makes them less guilty. They believe it makes them less guilty. I mean, how incredulous. You know how delusional you have to be to tell yourself that giving me or anyone else anything that you did evil for is a blessing? You won't find there, once again, there are no holy scriptures built like that. This is why these guys will never have, that's why they can't build. You can't build with rusty nails, baby. You can try. But the integrity, the structural integrity of this junction and structure is going to be in question. Because the items that we use to put it together were not all the same quality. Excuse me. People say money spends like money. Not true. Not true. If you know somebody who has a particular kind of business and they're willing to let you get the wholesale price as opposed to paying a retail price, that's not money spending like money. You feel me? Because the same money you spent, you would have got considerably less at the retail price. So money's money. Money is money, but money doesn't spend like that because your personal relationship with whomever you're spending that money with, depending on the type of business, dictates everything. For example, if you go into a corner store that's not a conglomerate, they might let you walk out with some stuff for free because they can do that. It's their business. But if you go into a Jackson's gas station or a Texaco or a BP or a 76, right, or a Chevron, right, the price is the price, though. We can't give, there are no exceptions. Now, if you really know somebody, they might be able to do a little something for you, but there are no exceptions. Cash, grass, or ass, but nobody, and I mean nobody, rides for free. I didn't make the rules up. You can go find the rule. You can go find the one who made up that rule, and you can get mad at them. I'm just telling you. I'm just relaying the message. That's it. This open weight struggle has become so. People have become so lost in their minds, and I'm so glad that I just have the ability to speak to y'all because it's. Don't get mad when you're in a situation and you're like, this shit's not fair. Bitch ass nigga, it's an open weight struggle. Shut up. Right on? Act like it's supposed to happen. Keep it funny. All the good shit from the past. Yep. Went behind enemy lines. You gotta see, you gotta start digging into those old school teachings. Those old school, trying to learn yous. You got to look into those Kansas City shuffles. Okay? All right? You got to look into them old school expounds where there was just numbers with them. They don't understand. I know that this is an open weight struggle. No crimes committed. No, not one. And yet, took away all my ability to bear arms, with firearms, that is. Unless there's exigent circumstances, then obviously I can arm myself. But who are they to determine for me, a person who literally went his whole life not getting in trouble the best he could so that way he could legally own firearms just for them to take them from me because a police officer who abandoned the city as soon as they wouldn't keep an order up on me said that they thought that I was dangerous. I can't make this shit up. The dude who put that order on me, who got that order imposed on me, he's on the other side of the state now. He no longer in Seattle. But while he was having that order put on me, he stayed in Seattle. This dude is a fucking coward. Like when I say the worst kind of coward, The worst kind of coward. But what can we do about that, though? Huh? What can I do about that? How can I change that? How can I change somebody's derelict ways? I can't. All I can do is just open way struggle it out and pray that I run into that dude so I can punch his fucking teeth in and beat the fuck out of him right on the spot. That's on side with that dude. He already knows that. That's why he probably never is on the western side to be seen. Because if I just run into this nigga, I'm beating his ass. That's a fact. If I run into Officer Brown, Sergeant Brown, who used to work for SPD, I'm beating his ass. If any of the cops who came up in my apartment that night, I'm beating their ass if I see them. Straight like that. If you're gonna take away my rights to bear arms, there might as well be a legitimate reason for me not to have them. Like a legit reason. So whooping somebody's ass who actually deserves it because you lied. Not only because you lied. Only because you lied, you need your ass whooped. For no other reason. And for all you motherfuckers who signed off on this lie, you need your asses whooped too. It's an open way struggle, baby. So don't get mad. See, I don't be driving around like that. I do a lot of walking. So when the cops try to roll up on me, they automatically catch the guff. The fuck do you want, nigga? You see I'm walking. Oh no, don't bother me with none of that shit. And don't come over here. Don't fucking try to approach me. I remind them this is a mutual combat state. If you come over here and place your hands on me and you do not have a legal reason to be doing anything, police policy and procedure is not fucking law, nigga. Right. Policies aren't even based on the law. Procedures aren't even based on the law. That's why they break the law all the time and judges have to cover for them because they understand that police procedure and law be so fucking different. Because if they were the same, the police would know the law and they would enforce the law. All they enforce is policy, nigga. It's a big fucking difference. A derivation of the word police is the word policy. They are policy enforcement officers. Policies are not law, my friend. Thank you very much. A Tacoma Municipal Code, a TMC, is not a Washington State. It is not a RCW, a Revised Code of Washington. Right on? Yeah, they're different. A Seattle Municipal Code is not the Revised Code of Washington. Okay? Right. People just don't be knowing. They have no idea. Again, and I'm saying this out loud. I give a fuck. They gonna do nothing to me. Oh, I said open weight struggle. I don't care. Because how I respond is all on me. Don't get mad if I do something to somebody and they get their ass beat. These niggas put me in solitary confinement because said I committed assault 1. I'll never forget that, bro. I'm never going back to jail. They're never putting me in solitary confinement again. They don't even got to worry. Once again, they created a life or death struggle that did not exist. Didn't exist before that. Right. But the fact that I have to worry about being put back in solitary confinement, you'll never do that to me again. Try it. I dare you to try to arrest me. I literally fucking dare them to try to arrest me. You'll never hear from me again, y'all, because I'll be on the run forever. Because I'm not letting them take my life. Once again, my response will be disproportionate. I'm not playing with these niggas. I got knives in here that will literally cut somebody's whole fucking head off. Knives that will remove somebody's whole head. Cut their whole shit off while they holding a gun or whatever the fuck they holding. Chop their shit right through. I'm not playing with nobody. I don't have to fire one shot to get my point across. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The open weight struggle doesn't mean that you have to have a gun. It means that, nigga, you don't choose how anybody's going to come back at you. That's why I be clapping when the police be smack, Bro, when the police get smashed on by niggas like that brother in Carolina, man, rest his soul, man. I hope God took him into heaven, bro, as soon as he died, bro, on everything. I hope God took that brother right into heaven as soon as he died. I hope he got to go right to a mansion. Straight up, out of this dimension, out of this realm where they can't even imagine. And them bitch ass motherfuckers tried to sneak up on that brother and he laid their asses down. Let them have it. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all want to sneak up on niggas. Y'all want to do bitch made shit. Why not call the man and say, bro, we need you to bring yourself in. We need you to turn yourself in. You got 60 days to get your affairs in order. And then turn yourself in. If you don't turn yourself in, we coming to get you. How hard is that? Once again, they don't have policies that make them and force them to be cordial with those that do you know how many more people, no matter what the crime is, would turn themselves in if you're like, look, we're looking for you. We're going to give you this many days to get your affairs right, to get all your shit in order. When it's done, though, when we feel that you've done, when we feel like we've given you enough time to do all that, that's it. So if you need to go knock some chick up, I'm just speaking in my mind. So if you need to go knock up some chick or whatever, right? Yeah, you better go do that. Your little sweetheart, yeah. This would be the time to get her pregnant. This would be the time because you're going down for a long time, son. You're going down. And if you don't, right, but that's not how this shit works. The open weight struggle says that they can come to your home at 3 a.m., so-called in the morning, but it's at the fucking night, pitch black, throw flashbangs into the bitch, battering ram the door, plexicuff, handcuff everybody, little babies breathing in tear gas, damn near suffocating and shit. And the nigga's like, the only reason why he's not fighting back because his baby's up in there. But it's like, bro, you should have never been where the babies were at. Right. I don't ever understand how you, if you're a drug dealer, if you commit any kind of crime and you live in the world of vice, if you don't have enough money to pay for an alternative address, not a P.O. box, another place where you fucking live, nigga, you're not a real one. You're a fake one. You're a fake one. That's called the cost of doing business. You don't shit where you eat, and you don't eat where you sleep. Those are the rules, are they not? Let me repeat myself. You do not shit where you eat, and you don't eat where you sleep. They forgot all about that, didn't they? They forgot all about that, huh? You know why? Because they're cowards. You know why? Because they're weak. And when they get into the open struggle with the white man, I pray that the white man knocks them down every time. Because they cowards. Because they don't, the same way that they would sneak up on a brother and let a whole switch go on them from 4 different niggas, like we for sure got them. They drop 80 rounds, 90 rounds between them, 100 rounds between them on one dude. But you don't got that kind of smoke for the police, though. You don't run down on they shit and just drop rounds on these bitch ass niggas where it's like, yeah, nigga, take that. The only people who I really see get off on the police, they be living, but they get off on the police stuff, are the white boys. Now, some niggas get down, don't get me wrong. That other brother in Florida, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, he killed the dude that was fucking with him. Right on? Maybe 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago, sound about right. He was down there in his car chilling at night, and the dude walked up to him and tried to do some extra shit and ended up getting smoked with his own gun. Besides that, though, most niggas don't be having no smoke for the police, though. And a lot of these niggas who be having smoke for the police be these untrained, extra ghetto thug niggas who get laid down in the streets. Right. Let me tell y'all something. It's easy for dudes who are so-called law-abiding citizens to pass judgment. It's easy. The standard for them is already set, but it's a low standard. Again, they feel like because they can go and pull a gun on you, right? They can just up that bitch. But by the time you did that, though, I didn't hit you so many fucking times. And now I'm trying to stop your teeth and your face down your esophagus because that's what you deserve. Yeah. See? Well, I tell y'all, nigga, y'all training better get up. Because if you can't really put the hands on somebody, if you don't know how to wrestle, if you don't got no Hapkido, no Taekwondo, no kickboxing, no Muay Thai, if you don't got none of that in your arsenal, and the only thing you got is a pistol, you are a fucking coward and a bitch, a hoe and a faggot, on everything. See, the people I deal with, the people who I know that I'm the tightest with, they're all killers. Whether I tell them that or not, they're all killers. Right. Not potential killers, they're killers. See, don't make a man who's never killed nobody be the killer that they are. Everybody descended from somebody who killed somebody. Ain't nobody on this earth, you are not on this earth and nobody in your bloodline killed somebody. It's impossible. It's like you'd have to be from fucking Middle Earth, my nigga, fresh out of Middle Earth to claim that your bloodline ain't touched nobody else. Every bloodline has had to fight for themselves at some point. Some of them have just committed outright murder. God doesn't stop you. It's not his job. His job is not even to really save you. He already did his job. He created the heavens and the earth for us to live on. He knew that alone was an open weight struggle. So the parameters that were set was just eat vegetables or herbs that grow out of the field and fruit that grows on the trees. That's it. That was the first ordinance. True ordinance. And if you want to be real, the first true ordinance is let there be light. That's the first law. But if we're just talking about man and what man is supposed to adhere to, then we're talking about what I just said. What you eat. The cultivation of skills, the cultivation of understanding is not for just one person. It's for all people. But when you have individuals who take it upon themselves to believe as if what they're doing is so righteous, this is why, once again, I cannot stress it to you enough. You have to be willing to go all the way out your way. When I say they'll never arrest me again, y'all might think I'm fucking playing. I'm not fucking playing. I don't be out here breaking the law. So if they ever try to, I'm not being nothing. Nothing. The most we will have is a fucking Terry stop. That's it. And you legally cannot detain me during a Terry stop. You can ask me certain questions, but I don't have to produce my ID to you at all. And if I'm being placed under detention, you have to tell me what the detention is for. But I do not acquiesce, capitulate, or surrender my persons to detention until you tell me what I've done or what I've potentially done. And even then, if I tell you I didn't do that and my words are not good enough, fuck it. I hope you liked your teeth. Because I'm knocking you smooth the fuck out. Cops love putting their hands on people. Cops love trying to jump on niggas and punch on niggas when they're handcuffed. Yeah. Try that shit with me try that with me when these motherfucking hands is free though, nigga. Yeah. You ain't gonna get to Robert Brooks me, nigga. You got me fucked up. And New York is wrong. Them niggas out there is wrong. They should have open weighted struggle for that brother the moment that January 31st, I heard what that brother said in that interview. He said, if our demands aren't met by January 31st, some shit gonna happen. New York should have tore that whole bitch up. Every nigga, I don't give a fuck where they was from. I don't give a fuck if your black ass is from the moon, nigga. They should have tore that shit up for that brother. That's why I can't live in one of those states. I can't live. If something out here happened again, they murdered that brother Emmanuel Ellis. But at the time, I was fighting the case. I can't be the spearhead fighting the case. That don't look good. But I ain't fighting no cases right now. So I'm ready to spearhead a moment for the people, just so they would. So just so the youngins can really see this is how you really step to these motherfuckers. This is how you really get at them. This is what you do. Yeah. We're going to go get a cop out the police station. We're going to show up 1,000 deep, 2,000 deep to the police station. We're going to flood up in this motherfucker. And we're going to demand the chief make themselves known right now. Or with sledgehammers and all the other fucking power tools we got, we'll tear this bitch the fuck down. Nigga, chief, you will go and arrest every last one of these motherfuckers. You and your so-called best officers. You making it happen now, nigga. Yeah. See, y'all, they ain't dealt with that kind of shit because they pussy. They scared over there. Faggot ass niggas is too worried about having their own shit, keeping their own shit. They can't tell me about no motherfucking open weight struggle. They don't know about one, nigga. I be hot. And anybody who thinks I'm playing, if I ever see that dude, Brian Hewitt in life, I'm punching his teeth out. All the way out. If I can't punch his teeth, I'm punching his chin. I'm putting the hands on that motherfucker. The hands. He's beat all the fuck way down. All four of those cops who lied so that way that Urkel could fucking go through, getting their asses whooped. Or the other three, I should say. Getting their asses whooped, bro. Straight up, straight like that. Every time I deal with the police out here or in Seattle and they run my name, there's an they motherfuckers be talking crazy and acting funny and shit for like the first little bit, but once they run my name, oh, they get hella serious. They start tightening up and shit. They start getting like, oh, I better not act too crazy. Yeah, because nigga, it will go the fuck down, bro. You want to go home tonight? You better act like it. Yeah. You want to leave this bitch the same way that you motherfucking came into this motherfucker? You better act like it. Yeah. I'm him. A whole problem. Not a part of the problem. A whole problem. And it's crazy because I'm not a big person. Sometimes I'll be thanking God. I'll be like, God, I thank you for not making me 6'1" like Pops. Right on. And when my dad was a young man like my age, the nigga weighed no less than 230, 240, 250 at any point. He was always husky, always big. Never like out of shape. Never. Nigga was always solid as fuck. So I always laugh because, you know, niggas don't realize, like, if I had got big like that, they would never even try me. If I'm 6 foot, 230, 240, all the bullshit stops. All the bullshit stops. Right. But because I'm 5'7", 5'8", $165, $170, right on, they think that they got me. $175 on a really good day, right? I just don't let myself get that heavy because I know I don't want to get big and blow up, right on. Obviously my body's proportioned, so it don't matter, but I would prefer not to blow up like that. That's my preference. The reason why I say the things that I'm saying is so that way people understand that my reaction, response, or whatever you want to call it, is not based on me being emotional. Right. There's no emotion involved in it. Right. Beating somebody's ass because they deserve it, you don't have to get emotional about it at all. You know, my father, I tell people this. Every time my entire life, my father ever whooped us, he'd give you about 10 minutes to yourself, 15 minutes to yourself, and he'd have you come out there and sit down with him, and he'd talk to you, let you know, that I love you and I don't want to whoop you, you know, and whooping you hurts me as much or more than it hurts you. My father said that countless times. Now, as a grown man, I can appreciate that. As a child, I didn't, right? Because his justice was a little heavy-handed. But as a grown man, I truly appreciate it because I can see. Because my father understood this is an open weight struggle. It's an absolute struggle. You don't get to choose what problems you get into. And this belt to your ass is the least of your worries. But you don't realize that till you get older. Yeah, that belt on your ass is the least of your worries. Because whatever they got for your ass later on in life, you're not going to like it. You didn't like getting whoops, you ain't going to like these grown-up ass whoopings. For sure. For sure. Because this proverbial belt might take everything out you. How many dudes out there, these niggas is professional athletes getting taken down by women in courts because right on, they want to bust nuts everywhere. And mad. Got the nerve to be mad. Got the nerve to be mad because the chick said that she would never take you to court. You're a famous athlete who makes hella money. You talking about giving this bitch $10,000 a month? Nigga, you tripping. You tripping. You tripping. Yeah. If you making 50, 60 million a year and you can't afford to give a woman $1 million a year to raise your child, listen, because you making that kind of bread, you got to create, you got to produce the lifestyle, not create, but you got to produce the lifestyle now. Nigga, if you in the hood and you sell dope and you got the biggest sack, right on? Talking about the dope sack. You got the biggest sack. Don't nobody got more dope than me. I'm that nigga. Right. Your dope man, dope man, dope man's dope man, dope man. Need me? I ain't the motherfucking middleman, bitch. I'm the plug. I'm the plug here. Right. So he humping on niggas' wives, doing all kind of fucked up foul shit. Yeah. But that nigga's he can't be mad. Bitch ass nigga. This is an open weight absolute struggle. Oh, you mad because the bitch told on you. Right. You thought the bitch would never tell on you. She told the cops exactly where the dope was. None of your homies knew, so you can't blame them. But you calling these niggas, want these niggas to put money on your books, but this bitch is the one that did you in. Nigga, deal with it. Nigga, this is an absolute struggle. Nigga, it's an open weight struggle, nigga. Yeah. You trusted that hoe with everything, but wouldn't let her brother hold 1,000. You got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, put away. Won't even let her brother hold 1,000. But we'll go and buy these bitches Birkins and shit like that. And mad because you caught. Because the bitch told on you. That's the open weight struggle for your ass. Yeah, you thought these niggas was going to run down on you, shoot the car up, or take you out and hold you for ransom and shit like that. None of that. Nope, none of that. The ever worst thing happened. The people that you trusted the most fucked you over. And that is the open weight struggle, my friends. Before I get ready to head up out of here in the next few minutes, you do not realize that you're in an open weight struggle until you're there. Until you're like, oh shit, this person weighs 300 pounds. They weigh 300 pounds and they're strong as fuck. And here I am weighing $128, talking out the side of my neck because I got this pistol. And this nigga bull rushed me out of nowhere. And now I'm sad because this nigga literally trying to kill me. Yeah. Punching on me, kicking on me, all kind of shit. Yeah, stomping on my head, all kind of shit. Niggas telling him to stop, but he ain't. Niggas trying to grab him, but they can't really keep this nigga off. Yeah. Trying to kill you now. Yeah. Don't get mad. You the one acting like your gun is gonna save you. Yeah. For the niggas who think that, oh, because I'm so big, nigga, I wish a little nigga would fuck with me, nigga. There's weight classes for a reason. When you get clapped on your chin and go down and you hit your head and die, don't say nothing. That's right, there's weight classes for a reason. Whatever you say, bro. You out of here now. You're out of here. You're done. You're done. Couldn't even reach the gun. What if you had one? Whatever you had, it's over. You sleep. That's why I be laughing at niggas when they be talking crazy and reckless and wild, because it's like, bruh, if you've never really been out there, and I laugh because niggas talking about this nigga never jumped off the front porch. When I hear bitch ass, pussy ass, faggot ass niggas talking like that, I'm like, nigga, you act like jumping off the front porch is everything. Some niggas never even had a porch. What are you talking about? Come on. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Some of these niggas never even had a porch. Some of these niggas never even had a lawn to see, nigga. A backyard or a front yard, for that matter. Fuck is you talking about? But those are the dudes. People trust these guys. Give them their hard earns. They listen to a loser. Listen, ain't nobody who committed sanctioned violence on behalf of the government gonna tell me shit. You can't. You can't tell me shit, nigga. Everything you did was on behalf of the white man. You killed on behalf of the white man. When you get done talking, nigga, shut the fuck up. Right. Everything you did was for the white man. You ain't never killed for your own causes to further your own agenda. You killed for a white man and brag about it. You bitch ass niggas are pathetic. If you's a dope dealer and cop bodies in the streets, you killed for the white man. If you're not the fucking plug, who is, nigga? Right. This open weight struggle tells me that you are nothing but his fucking lackey. When I do what I do for me. When these niggas let me go for saying bundle of sticks, that's an open weight struggle. Open weight struggle. People say, oh, you shouldn't say that. Oh, man, come on, bro, that's unprofessional. You niggas is pussy. So y'all think it's professional for them to hire people who aren't from America. But I can't say bundle of sticks. That's cool. You can break up in this bitch, be all the way illegal, don't speak a word of no English. I don't give a fuck if they a Rusky, an African, a motherfucking dirty ass Mongoloid Asian, right on, or a dirty ass Mongoloid motherfucker from the south of the border, or some dirty dick Spaniard. I don't give a fuck. Or the little Indian niggas, them bitch ass motherfuckers, right? Yeah. Don't tell me what the fuck to say when these motherfuckers are committing acts that are virtually treason. Talking about America was built by immigrants. No, America was built by black slaves. That's what it was built by. And then once they did all the hard work, they got white boys to come up over here and build buildings just like they built in Europe. That's what happened. That's it. That's all in the story. I'm going to put this right. Don't try to convince me that these motherfuckers is somebody. Right. I get to say what the fuck I want. Right. Fuck all that. These niggas get to break the law, do all kind of weak ass shit. And I can't say what the fuck I feel. Y'all got an illegal immigrant washing the dishes. Y'all got illegal immigrants cleaning the building. A couple of motherfuckers on the payroll who are out here serving might not even be in America legally. Come on now, hear me. I'm not Scottish or Portuguese. I'm not German or Deutsch. I ain't no dirty ass motherfucking Cuban or Puerto Rican. Oh, I'm shitting on them right now real quick. I ain't none of them dirty motherfuckers. Because I'm not up in their land acting like I'm them, trying to be more them than them. Nigga, your last name is motherfucking Sanchez, but you look like a nigga. Shut your bitch ass up. Your last name is motherfucking Hernandez, Martinez, or some shit like that. Shut your bitch ass up. You don't know a motherfucking thing, nigga. All you know is what the fuck you think you know. But your bitch ass need to go back to where the fuck your people come from, too. Right. And Openweight struggle over there. Let's see how they accept you over there. All this dirty ass motherfucking Asian people, Chinese soul food. Ain't that about a bitch? But it's an Openweight struggle. So it's not like I can just tell these niggas, you could never open up some shit like that. You open it up in China. You can't open up nothing like that over here in America. Open it up in China. That's all you can do, nigga. Because here in America, we'll come to Chinatown and burn that bitch down. Yeah, shit like that. Bitch ass niggas want to be everybody's friends. You nigga, if you want to be everybody's friend, do not talk to me. Because I ain't trying to be everybody's fucking friend. Fuck them. They puts nothing on nothing for me. Cordiality costs me nothing. Kindness costs me nothing. But as far as me going out of my way to be like that, man, they can eat a fucking dick. Straight like that. And I ain't pausing for nobody. You faggot ass niggas who pause, the niggas who be saying pause be the gayest dudes. Let me say it like that. Those be the gayest dudes. Type of niggas who will try to sleep with Bruce, aka Caitlyn Jenner type niggas. They're weird as fuck. This Openweight struggle got dudes tripping, thinking that they won't get their whole heads crushed open in that moment. You've been carrying what? Fuck for white supremacy. You've been carrying water against your own people. Nigga, the water that you was carrying, we was like, why are you bringing that to another village? What about us? Oh, you like how they do it better in that village. But then but now you want to take the essence of who we are and bring it to that village. Now you want to try to bring people from the village over to that. No, you got life fucked up. You need to get stepped on. Once again, nigga, anything I ever did was to protect myself. I'm not killing on behalf of the white man. I'm not. They could never convince me to either. I will kill on behalf of myself and my own interest. I won't kill for the white man. But for these bitch ass niggas who you got bodies because you went to listen. I could take probably 50 of you niggas. 50, 60, 100 of you niggas, and you don't got bodies like him. I can literally guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You don't have bodies like him. That term confirmed kill is such an overrated term because confirmed meaning that somebody was able to annotate the kill. Do you know how many fucking firefights happen where people get killed and they don't know if they killed anybody or not? You don't always get to go do an after action report. Whoop-de fucking do. But for people who don't know that, I'm giving them the game. This man killed an unknowable number of people while he was over there. Was in on an unknowable number of killings and murders. Unknowable. Killing ain't nothing. Murdering ain't nothing. But he did that. That was all sanctioned bullshit. But when he got back to America, though, he was still super fucking dangerous. Right. And at that point, he was killing for himself. See what I'm saying? He wasn't killing for the white man then. It wasn't sanctioned violence then. These dudes ain't killed nothing since they was in Afghanistan or Iraq. They wouldn't fucking know. They have no clue, no idea. Right. Right. Always laugh when niggas be like, oh man, we'll roll up on this nigga, we'll do this. And but y'all don't even know y'all don't even know some of the technology that's out there right now. Some of the shit that they got to keep tabs and keep track of niggas out there right now. Some of these motherfuckers, they letting kill niggas. So when they go get them in 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and we got you for 8, 9 murders, 10 murders, connected to 20 other supposed homicides. We bringing down you and these 50, 60, 70 niggas, 100 niggas with you. We giving all y'all life sentences forever under the jail. These niggas have no idea what's coming. Again, I've already told them, but the open weight struggle is about to get real on their ass. Yeah, what you gonna do when them food stamps dry up? What you gonna do when Trump make it to where them smokers getting them motherfucking monthly checks who are defrauding the system in some cases? There's a bunch of black people who need that money. There's a bunch of niggas who are getting that money who could go to work. What you gonna do when they start putting the pinch on that? That's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Then what? Huh? You can't force them to have something that they don't have. And they're not gonna put your well-being and your life over their life. Why the fuck would they? Make it make sense. I'm going to pick you over me. For what? For what reason? Why am I picking you over me? Oh, there's no reason for that? You see what I'm saying? The idiocracy that's being engaged by the layman black man, woman, and child is going to be some shit where when they're all the way in this open way struggle, nigga, you don't get to choose when God comes back, you bitch ass niggas. You don't get to choose none of that. You're not going to get to choose if you're able to go save your family or do some shit like that. Right. You don't know where the fuck you're going to be or when it's going to happen. All you can do is pray that God is with your family. All you can do is pray that God is with you. See, these dudes who be out here, they be afraid because they have like tiny little babies that are 6, 7 months old. And they just, God, just don't come back today, God. Please, God. Not realizing that it's already been written down and preordained that people are going to abandon their little ass babies. Yeah. They're going to abandon them and leave them in the day of great tribulation. Yeah. Want to know why? Because they're not going to be able to take that baby everywhere. Some of them ain't got no backpack to put the baby in real quick. They're going to be so under duress. I'm just trying to save myself. Fuck this baby. I'll make another one. Yeah, they're going to be on some shit like that. Not realizing it's over for them too. The baby in you. You ain't making it out of this. I cannot wait till the open weight struggle gets all the way real when people's hearts fail from what they see coming upon the earth. That's never happened. Ever. Show me a time where there was something that came upon the earth and people's hearts failed when they seen it. And you got me. I'm talking about mass population type of shit. Yeah, you're not going to find it. It don't exist. They are scared to death. Rightfully so. Coward ass niggas are scared to death. Rightfully so. I don't blame you, bitch ass niggas. I don't blame you. You spent your whole life telling people how special you were, how special you thought you were. You spent your whole life trying to propagate and big up other shit. Shout out to all my niggas who helped me deconstruct Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is dead. Just like Me Too. Listen, ain't nobody like your boy. I told y'all Me Too was dead and dying before. Look, Me Too was dead. It's been dead. Been dead and done. Come on. I'm telling y'all right now, like I've been telling y'all for years, Pan-Africanism is dead. It's been dead. It was effectively done away with once I was able to force a wedge between certain groups that were working together. And once I was able to do this successfully, all I did was speak the words that they would break up eventually. And not too long after that, they broke up. There's another separation of powers coming, but I won't speak on that one because it will take but a moment for it to happen. See, when you hear guys saying things, if I compliment somebody, but then I say something that's a detriment to them, or almost even like a hit to them, I'm actually going at them. So, for example, for all these dudes that are like, 50, 60, with no children, but been busting nuts everywhere, right? And they get mad when they get called out on their lack of accountability. See what I'm saying? Right. Sooner than later, the dudes with children who are 50 and 60 got to look at these guys differently and say, these niggas are part of the problem. Right. You're part of the problem. It's one thing for you to be a hetero male that's practicing abstinence. You could even say you're a celibate for the rest of your life. That's fine. What I will say is this. It becomes dangerous when the person that does not want children because they don't want to be accountable or responsible is running around fornicating, creating the horrors that other men have to deal with, or creating broken women that other men are trying to heal. That's all backwards. That's all backwards. See what I'm saying? See? Yeah, and then they want to try to say, oh, well, this man's he's only 35, 36. He'll learn. He'll grow up. This nigga's 35, 36. This nigga should have been growing up 10 years ago, 15 years ago. See what I'm saying? He should have been growing up then. Y'all let these motherfuckers run around here and give them an excuse. Once again, they're given carte blanche to be destructive and reckless in their 20s. They shouldn't be given that. Once you are an adult, you should be expected to act as an adult. The adult age is 20 in the scripture. I don't give a fuck about nobody else's bullshit. I don't give a fuck how old the Egyptians thought somebody was when they were grown or how old the Greeks thought somebody was when they were grown. I'm going based on the Hebrew standard of the age of 20. So in America, they say that somebody's grown at 18. I don't adhere to that. I don't believe that. I know that's not true. In my heart, in my mind, in my soul, that's not true. I don't give a fuck what you tell me about anatomical, physical anatomy, development. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Don't come with me with that bullshit because you fuck around and get your head hit with something. Right. Keep that bullshit to yourself. As I roll out, I have to say these things because ain't nobody else gonna say them to you like I'm gonna say it. These niggas are scared to death of their own fucking shadows. And when the end comes, there ain't gonna be no subscribers for them. There ain't gonna be, you see what I'm saying? Like, these niggas are living in la la land. And when the end comes, dudes who have been waiting to turn on them are gonna turn on them. There's niggas that are smiling, ha ha, kiki, and all in their face. And they're like, man, I can't wait till I can kill this nigga. That's how they feel. Mm-hmm. Why do you think these dudes is going crazy killing their grandparents and killing their parents and shit? Why would I listen to a person who mortgaged the future tell me anything? Who the fuck are you to browbeat me, bitch, or bitch ass nigga, when you mortgage the whole fucking future? You mortgage the whole future. I'm talking about in this land as far as what people understand as prosperity. Generational wealth, as these dumbass niggas call it. I call it an inheritance. That's my take on generational wealth. However, these dudes are in a situation where they want us to believe that they've done no wrong. Oh, because you're 60, 70, 40, 50. Oh, there's young niggas but how many young niggas are on? These little niggas are exceptions. They're not the rules. They're not the standard. When people can accept that whatever you make the standard is there is no other standard but the standard. That's it. So you can't get mad at me for looking at you and saying, man, you full of shit. You full of shit. Even if you don't think you are. If that's the way I look at you, you can't make me look at you differently. Who the fuck are you? Right? You see what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you to tell me how not to look at you? If I think you's a bitch ass nigga, there's nothing you can say that's gonna ever make me not think you's a bitch ass nigga. That's what you'll forever will always be. I don't need nobody to co-sign the shit that I'm saying. I'm telling you, this is what it is. And once you wake up from your not guaranteed slumber, because you're not guaranteed to get up. So once you get that not guaranteed wake up, and you're up again, and you're coherent in your mind, and have, for a fact who you are. Once you do that, and you take a shower, put on your clothes, or however it is that you go about your business, once you leave your home, hell, in your home, but once you leave your home, that's it. It's an open weight struggle. You don't get to choose nothing else. So if you run into traffic, guess what? You just got to deal with it. And just pray that you're not part of the pileup. Brothers and sisters, I salute you. I salute you once more. And I salute you again. I say this to you so that way you know it, so that way you can hear it, so that way you can act on it. You are in an open weight struggle. If you do not act as that, you will be crushed by your enemies. Know this to know that. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all again soon. May the Most High God be with you. May tomorrow be better than today, and may your next week be better than your last.